Eloquent old biddy. Yes, it's been a while.
How long?
3 years. 3 years, 2 months, 6 days. Obviously not long enough for people to forget.
Are you still in New Orleans?
Still there. And loving it. Loving any place that isn't Latham Green.
You're looking good.
Thank you.
Very cityfied.
The observation was intended as a dig. Sonny considered it a supreme compliment. Mrs. Morris crammed a mushroom stuffed with deviled crab into her mouth and chewed vigorously. Then, as though afraid Sonny might run off before she could ply her with more nosy questions, she asked quickly,
And your folks? How are they?
Fine, just fine. Sonny turned her back on the woman and picked up a raw oyster on the half-shell, something she wouldn't have eaten in a million years, even though she was now a resident of New Orleans, and set it on her plate. Mrs. Morris, however, wasn't attuned to nuances and had never heard of body language. She went on undaunted.
They're still in Jackson?
Mm-hmm.
They don't come back very often. But then, well, you know what I mean. It's still difficult for them, I'm sure.
Sonny wanted to set down her plate, leave the room, leave the town, leave the parish, just as she had 3 years ago. The only thing that kept her planted now in front of the melon bowl was the determination not to give anybody the satisfaction of having scared her off.
Y'all still own that cabin out on the lake?
Before Sonny could fashion a response, the honoree of the party came up to her.
Sonny, could I impose on you to help me with my hair? I feel a strategic pin slipping. Please?
Excuse us, Mrs. Morris. Sonny deserted her half-filled plate of food. She hadn't wanted to eat, she'd merely wanted to keep her hands busy. Thanks, she said under her breath, as her friend linked arms with her and led her out of the formal salon and down the hall toward the powder room. Fran was laughing. You looked as if you needed rescuing. Or maybe Mrs. Morris was the one in peril. I was afraid you were going to eat that Swedish meatball and then skewer her with the toothpick. They made certain they were alone in the powder room beneath the stairs and locked the door behind them to guarantee privacy. Sonny leaned against the door and drew an exasperated breath.
And you wonder why this is my first time back in 3 years? Do you blame me for staying away? She was all but frothing at the mouth, crazed with a lust to know all the titillating details of my life in the big city.
Fran was sitting at the aproned vanity table repairing her lipstick. Are there any titillating details of your life in the big city? She cast Sonny a teasing glance in the oval-framed mirror. Sonny's icy stare only evoked another laugh. Relax, Sonny. This is small-town USA. What else have people like Mrs. Morris got to do? Watch the grass grow? Right. They have to occupy themselves with each other's business. And let's be frank, you gave them a lot of material to work with several years ago. I wasn't trying to get their attention. Well, you got it anyway. For all these years, they've been dying to know why you did what you did. Your parents moved away soon afterward, so they were no help in supplying an answer to the riddle. Now you show up, looking like a character straight off the set of Dynasty, by all appearances unscathed by the incident. They're dying to know what prompted you to do such an unheard-of thing. Can you blame them for being curious? Yes, I can blame them. The gossips practically drove my parents nuts with their childish curiosity. Mom and Dad couldn't go anywhere without being on the receiving end of snide looks and prying questions. Even so-called friends pestered them about it. They bowed to the pressure and left. I thought they left because your dad got that job in Jackson. That's the reason they gave me, but I never believed it. I was the reason they relocated. I've got to live with that, Fran. She took a lipstick from her mini clutch and dabbed her lips with it. But thanks for the compliment about me looking like one of the women in Dynasty.